Hello, this is CJ Miller. I'm in my apartment in Shreveport, Louisiana. Across from the Red River is beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. And so I'm just sitting here at my chair and I'm just going to have dinner here. It's just past midnight, so my calorie count starts all over. Not that I'm too worried about it. I said when I was making some crab cakes. Uh, for yesterday or whatever that I was not going to worry too much about the diet for this weekend because of Comic Con and everything like that. So, and then starting Monday, I'll give some concern with it. I was like, I wanted to peel that off, that little bit of crust. This is an actual, it's a catfish that I actually breaded and everything. But see, here's the thing: I made the crab cakes and they came out and they were wonderful. But they looked well. They tasted wonderful, and they didn't present as anything interesting. Uh, they basically looked like any sort of croquette that you would make, except made with uh, crab meat, say instead of you know uh, salmon or something like that, But so I did a variation here. Be careful, I'm gonna soft. so, so this is crab meat inside of a fillet of catfish. Now I've done this. What I did this time, because I did a just a stuffing. What did I put the stuffing in? Was it a? It was just I don't know. It was like just a stuffing inside of the catfish that I did before, and I did it uh, standing up, and I did it without breading on the outside. This was a dusting of flour, self-rising flour all over the catfish, and then you put it in the oven until it's about halfway done, and then add a little bit of oil on top of the flour halfway through the baking or the oven frying process. Really, is what's going on, and then I don't want to lose my, and then you finish it, and then you have this nice crust, and it's not like a fried, but it sort of is like it's basically an oven fried fish. And in this case, it's stuffed with uh, bits of crab meat, and you know, uh, yeah, let's give this a taste, man. Catfish and crab meat, crab cake stuffing. So, mm, basically, it's one of these things. I got home and it's like I realized, I need to cook I need to go ahead and just cook this. And then this is like just baked, crinkle cut store bought fries that I just did in the oven. But I realized I have these catfish fillets that I needed to cook. Uh, Catfish is too delicious to not cook. Uh, ever want to like not cook something like that? That's so wonderful, and then it go bad before you cook it. So even though catfish fillets will last in the freezer for a while, I don't like to have them in the freezer for too long. Uh, I don't want them to lose their freshness. And even if you freeze them, they'll stay fresh. But it's like I don't trust more than a couple of weeks or something. Um, this is great. This is great. Um, yeah, it's a winner. And it's delicious. And I know that I'm just like sitting here spinning my wheels talking, but the reason why I'm doing this is because I was going to do the crab cake. I'm going to be honest with you. I was so hungry when the crab cakes got done. I sat down to eat and totally uh, just forgot. as I was eating that after I completed the second part to the crab cake video that I was going to do it in two parts. Like, I guess this would be like uh, a crab cake part two kind of thing, but whatever. Uh, what I realized is that, today I was looking through the videos. I forgot to totally post the second part of that crab cake. Uh, it didn't it didn't present very well anyway, but I did forget to post it, and so it's like okay, I'll do something different. Then I'll take the opportunity. Got the crab cake, but you always have this chance of having like any sort of leftover or something like that. And so the crab cakes that I did have, and I did great. Uh, well, I like to take leftovers, but I like to do other things with them. So I took those crab cakes and I made them into a uh, stuffing for the because they were like at least one third stuffing anyway. Uh, I made them into a stuffing for the inside of this catfish, and so it's got crab meat, uh, large amounts of cream cheese. Let me take this off so I can see what I'm actually eating. Uh, I see the screen on my phone better when I take my glasses off, and then otherwise I wear them. So it's weird because bifocals don't do anything for me. So looking at this, hold on. You want to bake it and get a good crispiness. And this gets good and crispy on the bottom. It's really, really great. It's a lot of textures. And then inside of this stuffing, it's great. There's minced up everything, and then cream cheese. Lots of cream cheese. There's cream cheese in the mix. There's cream cheese. I even took some of the cream cheese and onion spread that I had, and I mixed that in also. It was really great. So there's lots of good flavors. There we go. I just got a good bit of that cream cheese with the chive and the onion uh, flavor inside of the cream cheese, inside of the crab cake, inside of the fish, inside of this great stuffing. I mean, inside of this great breading. Now, the breading itself is just a little bit of self-rising flour that I put on top of it, and then a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. When you have this many different flavors, I didn't need to go crazy with the whatever. And so I had some the fries that I had with the crab cake also. And so what I did was just took the fries and put them on a plate and just reheated them, and they did fine. These crinkle cut things they reheat fine the next day, provided they're stored properly. Versus say like a McDonald's French fry or something that you try to reheat that the next day. It's like, oh my god, they don't work. They do or a Burger King fry or something like that. They don't reheat well. These store bought crinkle cut fries, they do. If you think you're going to do like a large amount of fries and have some the next day, go for the frozen potato. I know it's terrible to say that because it's like, oh my god, that's not real food. It's processed or whatever, but they actually will reheat better. The frozen potato will reheat better than, say, a French fry that's made fresh in your home and then frozen or or refrigerated for a couple of days, and then you try to reheat it. It won't work nearly as well. So that's my experience. Anyway, but not bragging about the store bought fries. So the sauce is yum yum sauce, which is really you would think it's an Asian condiment or whatever. It sort of is, but it's also what we used to do, or what my folks did. I was like too picky of an eater to do this back then. You take a little mayo, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of all your condiments, and kind of mix them together to your own flavor and your own liking. And somewhere between a ketchup and a mayo and maybe a little bit of a mustard. Those three condiments combined together, maybe with a dash of hot sauce, you come up with this yum yum sauce. This one's kind of got a sweetness to it. Mm. But that's literally the brand yum yum sauce. But there are other varieties of this stuff also that you can find. This is a really good dinner. And you know, I don't give a damn about carbs. So the next couple of days, I'm not going to concern myself with carbs. Every once in a while, you got to take a break from it. When you think about it in diet as much as I do, every once in a while, you have to uh, be like, you know, the weekend I'm going to be around convention or whatever it is. You know, it's uh, because it's a holiday, so or whatever reason. As long as it's not too frequent, and as long as you don't get too stupid, you gotta like take a break from. You have to take a diet from the diet, and just have a eat as you will, and you realize you're yeah. Like for me, my taste still trends towards leaner food, and yeah, most of this I like. I put the I'm not like craving the fries or anything like that. It's my second day having them, but it's all right. It'll be like uh, you know, uh, it's fine. But this crab cake and this catfish and this crab cake or whatever is great. I actually could have just eaten half of one of these. I made three of them. Basically, you take the crab cake or whatever type of croquette, seafood croquette that you've made, shrimp or whatever. And then what you do is, in this case, you would take it and put it kind of in a little ball, and then maybe wrap the fillet around it so that you can set the two ends down on the bottom, and then uh, then you bake it. But you have already, by this time, you've already, like added a little flour to both sides of the catfish fillet, and then you wrap it around. And then, of course, you want to bake it uh, thoroughly, oven fried or whatever you want to call it, convection it. But you want to make sure that to be aware that the catfish is going to take longer to cook than say laying it out on a pan and just doing a fillet, a baked fillet. You're actually going to have to go a little bit longer because the fillet is wrapped and stuffed with stuffing, and it's going to take longer to cook. So the fun thing is you get a variety of textures. You'll get some soft textures, some firm textures, and some crispiness. And yeah, it's fun. Um, so seafood. I love catfish, and if you are a foodie and you have some fun catfish recipes that you love, let me know. And as always, love and light, peace, good night.